resonated with you. That's all. And I'm acknowledging it. Yeah. And maybe I cannot talk to you for the next few hours, but I love you. And if you needed me, I will be there. Yeah. So at least I feel.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Empowered at Midlife. As you can see, we have a familiar face. We have Susanah here. She's going to be our guest host today because Alina is not able to join us. She has family obligations. So we will continue without Alina for now. And so let's welcome Susanah. How are you?
Hi everyone. I'm good. I'm well. Thank you very much. And thank you for having me again.
Yeah, not a problem. Good to see you again.
It's always good to see you too. Yeah.
And hopefully we can get you to become more of a regular a guest host for now. And then perhaps in the future, we'll think of something, right?
Okay. I look forward to
rope
that.
you in.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. So, we would, before I pressed the record button, we were talking about friendships. And for us, we've been friends for a long time. Since we were 16, 17, 18.
JC, yeah. Junior college.
Yeah, junior college. So, I mean, we haven't been consistently keeping in touch. It comes and goes, right? With different phases of our lives, and then there are times when we connect back again. But I think the good thing about Facebook is that it keeps us consistently in touch.
Yeah, like at least virtually, we are visible to each other. Yeah, that's really nice.
Yeah, that's very helpful. And and so it's, I guess we've come to another point in our lives where we are reconnecting and hopefully this becomes, well, we'll see where it goes, right? We don't know where it brings us. Yeah,
that's true. Yeah, can't assume anything.
I
just hope that it will stick.
yes
Yeah,
for sure. And so now we're in midlife. We've had all kinds of different kinds of friendships. I mean, all our lives we have different friends. So at this point in your life, do you have a close circle of friends that you are highly that you depend on, and vice versa, and you're very close knit? And are there friends that are more like peripheral, which means like party friends or coffee friends, or we have different types of friends.
Acquaintances even.
Yeah.
Funnily enough, at this point in my life, my inner family circle have become my friends in a sense. Like growing up, and even as a young adult, and even as a slightly older adult, I never saw them as being able to be friends with me. Like they were just people you don't choose, that are in your life because you're related by blood. Not that we didn't get along or that we disliked one another, but we just never had the opportunity, or maybe we never bothered to create the opportunity to spend time together in a way that allowed us to develop a friendship between us. Which now we have. I guess because we are all of a certain age, we are mostly retired, and commitment wise, it's not to a job, to that career anymore, even to family and children. So I guess in a sense, we are all freed up to get to know each other better as friends, as people, not like as sister or brother or cousin, but as people, like as Susanah as a person, what are her likes and dislikes, and going out to eat more often and just chatting. Like WhatsApp has really changed, I think, the way we connect with people, and how quickly friendships can develop also because of the ease of use, and group chats allow you to like really commune with large or smaller numbers of people. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
all these factors I feel have made my inner family circle my new friend circle. Yeah,
Yeah.
I feel it's a safe space, and I know it's a safe space because when I want to post a silly video and I don't care what people think, and I know I'm not going to be judged for it, that's where I will post it in that
Mm.
particular family group chat. And
Yeah.
that's when I know, you know, you
Yeah.
can be an idiot and a silly, toilet humor loving person, and your family, whether they react or not, they're not going to judge you for it. Yeah, yeah, and
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I'm really grateful
Yeah.
for that. Yeah.
Mm.
Non-family wise, I have a small circle of friends who they don't really know each other. So I'm friends with like each of
Oh,
them, yeah,
okay.
differently. There are people I've known, some from school, some
Mm.
from work when I first started out. And I always feel that when you first start out at work, that's also when friendships are really formed because you are all
Yeah.
new, you're all green, you don't really know what's going on, and you kind of like cut your teeth together, especially when you
Yeah.
join the company at the same time,
Yeah.
yeah, and you're
Yes.
contemporaries, yeah. And then you start
Yeah.
like going out
Yeah.
together, socializing, yeah. And of course, now that we don't work together, we are not uh, that close, but we make it a point to meet up every few months.
Mm.
Some of them I still
Mm.
text like every day. Like I say, group chat is wonderful.
Yeah.
Or like you say, social media, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, and I have a very small circle of people I've known from church too, that
Mm.
I feel comfortable enough to be able to be vulnerable. And
Mm.
I trust that space, yeah, enough
Mm.
to
Yeah.
um, share, I guess, difficulties or even
Mm.
joys, like things that are good that have happened. And I know that people won't give me
Mm.
the evil eye. If, you know what I just heard something about the evil eye yesterday that, oh, you should never share good news with people because the evil eye is out there, like just waiting to take you down because life is too good, or whatever. Yeah. But of course, I don't believe that. Yeah. But yeah, lah,
Yeah.
just saying that no evil eyes in that circle either.
Mm. Mm.
Not that it's perfect, not that
Yeah.
each of these circles are perfect. I still get irritated. I'm sure I irritate them too. They just never tell me, they tell other people. But it's okay because I know it doesn't come from a place of malice.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
just whatever. Yeah, sometimes we just say the wrong things or we just
Yeah.
disagree. We just have a different point of view,
Yeah.
and that's fine. It doesn't mean
Yeah.
we have to dislike each other and stop
Yeah.
being friends. Yeah.
Yeah. It's being human, isn't it?
Correct. Yeah. Correct.
Yeah. It's just being human. And and I appreciate friendships where we can be honest with each other and be okay with it, even if it may come out, in a way that may sound like, ooh, like, oh, this person just criticized me, or this person just said
Mm,
something that I didn't like it
mm,
grades me the wrong way. But I prefer this kind of honest communication than
yes.
people who don't tell you, but they talk behind your back, and then you hear it from a third party,
Mm,
right? And then when it gets back to you, it's like, why didn't they just tell me,
yeah. Yeah.
And in your
Yeah.
mind, you thought, hey, I thought we were close enough for you to be honest with me. Why
Yeah.
did it like go one big circle, right? So I appreciate friendships that are
Mm,
sometimes difficult, but I think honesty as the baseline, I feel will be really important. I think for
yeah.
me, personally, I see that it allows it to flourish,
Mm,
right? I've been in, you know, an observer to groups of friends where one party doesn't want to tell the other party, and then
mm,
and then they want to make me
mm.
like the messenger.
Oh,
And I'm like, no,
yeah.
I'm not gonna get involved, you
Yeah.
know. So
Yeah.
that can become quite toxic because then you're torn.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but I think, sometimes when it comes to friendships, people have their old uh, way of behaving like their children or teenagers, right? So that comes up. Right, how I friend you, I don't want to be your friend, I don't want to talk to you. All these behavior patterns, right? They do
Yeah.
come up,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
a lot of it unresolved.
Yes.
It's quite
Yes.
funny.
It's quite shocking actually that much older people, like people my age or even older, are still behaving like that, and it shocks me
Yeah,
because I'm like, okay, I'm not saying that, oh, I'm so mature. Of course, I feel
yeah,
hurt. I have emotions. I get
yeah,
angry. But, I know that even in that anger, I still love that person. I'm just very
yeah,
irritated with you. That's all. And
yeah,
I'm acknowledging it. Yeah. And maybe I
yeah,
cannot talk to you for the next few hours, but I love you. And
yeah,
if you needed me, I will be there. Yeah.
yeah.
So at least I feel comfortable that I know that.
Mhm,
Yeah. And I can
mhm.
live like that. That I can live with. But
Yeah,
yeah, the way I hear of people talking about other people that they are not happy with, and because of that, the friendship broke, it's just, wow. I'm like, really?
yeah,
Seriously? Yeah, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I think a lot of it, like how we handle friendships, right? And whether we have boundaries with friendships, or where the boundaries are, right? Especially in friendships, also shows us our level of our inner world, our inner
Mm,
landscape.
mm,
Yeah.
mm.
And, sometimes friendships can get complicated,
Yes.
and they do get complicated,
Yeah.
mixed with all our different emotions and different perspectives, different backgrounds.
Yes.
And
Yes.
yeah, and
All
I've
our
noticed,
experiences. Yeah.
yeah, all our different experiences. And I've noticed something about a particular friend that I have, and
Mm.
we, in text messages, I think we both come from totally different, I guess, environment or school system, right? And so I would say something, but it's not perceived in
Mm.
the right light, and then
Mm.
it's taken in the wrong way. And then
Mm.
later on, I realized that, oh my God, this person thought that I was criticizing
Mm.
or insulting, but it was actually a joke. So
Mm.
it's like the understanding of the nuance of
Mm.
the language,
Yeah.
right, is lost. And sometimes
Yeah.
by WhatsApp, right, it gets
Mm.
lost,
Mm.
right?
Yeah.
Especially if the person doesn't
Correct.
doesn't get it.
Correct.
And so with certain people, I don't want to text
Mm. Mm.
because I know that will be
No, it's true.
lost.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. WhatsApp is weird. I mean, you can't you can misread tones very
Oh
easily.
yeah.
Yeah, and I
Yeah.
realized that. I mean, I never thought of it that way because I when I write a WhatsApp message, I'm usually very fastidious and quite complete. So I will say la 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 whatever. So it's like no chance of anyone misinterpreting what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I
Yeah.
realized that I have sometimes trouble interpreting the tone and the intention of other people's WhatsApps.
Yeah.
Get very confused, like, is this person pissed off with me or not? Like,
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Then yeah,
Yeah.
it's weird. So
Yeah.
it can be quite dangerous in that sense that
Yeah.
yeah, to communicate
Yeah.
very important things that express deep feelings. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
yes. Yeah. So I always tell people, like especially with my clients, right? It's important things, please don't WhatsApp.
yeah,
Because
yeah.
the person cannot hear your tone, the person doesn't
Correct,
know where you're coming from. And
correct.
if you really cannot call, or maybe the relationship has gotten so difficult that you can no longer, at least leave a voice message. WhatsApp allows you to leave
Yes,
a voice message.
yes,
So that's a good thing,
correct,
you know?
correct. That,
Yeah,
yeah, recordings definitely capture your tone, whether you're angry, hurt,
yeah,
or really like happy
yeah,
or calm. Yeah, yeah.
yeah.
True, true, true.
So
Yeah.
it makes a difference. But
I weirdly don't have
texting,
a habit,
yeah,
yeah, of recording. But thanks for that to remind me that I can record. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yes.
I like to record sometimes, especially when you know that there is a lot of room for misinterpretation.
Yes. Yes.
You know?
Yeah. Yeah.
And yeah, so it's better to just like, with my
Correct.
with my daughter, you know, daughter-mom relationships are always quite complex. It's like a
Mm.
love-hate relationship, right?
Mm.
And sometimes what I text maybe perceive as a warning or a lecture or
Right.
it can perceive wrongly from her eyes because I
Mm.
can leave a very short message and there's no
Right.
emotion, no emoji.
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
so
Sure.
I voice message,
Yeah.
is the best. Yeah. So that's what
Yes.
I leave her
Right.
sometimes, especially if I
Right.
want her to understand where I'm actually coming from. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
anyway, speaking of this, I was telling you about this friend who is quite like off and on sick, right? Earlier before the recording. So today, actually, no, a few days ago, she texted on a group chat that she said, "Hey," but she directed it only to me, which I find very weird. You know, some people do that, and I think that is quite rude to. I don't mind because whatever, but it's very rude to the other people. It's they don't care. So why do you bother them with it? You know what I mean? So she said, "Hey Sue, guess what? Today that pet said hi to me and said, 'Oh, we have a new pope. And his name is Leo.'" Then I was thinking, why is she so friendly to me? Ever since I told her I couldn't do this thing with her, she stopped talking to me. But today she spoke to me. And I realized, you know why? Her husband's name is Leo. She's like in a very good mood. So she decided to talk to me. So I said, "Hey, it's okay." I said, "Oh, it's nice that she's friendly to you, but whatever she has done to you, like not had stopped talking to you, it comes from a place of hurt. She has been
Yeah.
wounded in other ways that you don't know, and maybe rejection falls very hard on her. She cannot take
Mm.
rejection. So even though you told her you had no time to do this, you were well-meaning, but because of that deep hurt, she will always just
Oh,
categorize you as someone who lets her down. So,
yeah.
just know that lah.
Yeah.
Then she said, "I know." I said, "Okay, fine." Then today again, she brought her up. She said, uh, "Oh, uh, this lady is driving past this woman." She said, "This lady, Pat also, last time very good friends with her. Then now refuse to talk to her. Everybody like that. Whoever says no to her, she will, like break off with them, that kind of thing." Then I said, "Don't gossip." Like this kind of things is like, you know what I mean? Like I know she has this issue with people who say no to her. Just let it
Mm.
be. And it doesn't improve anything for her or for
Yeah.
me or for you. So just like
Yeah.
drop it. Yeah. So I just find that kind of behavior very childish.
Mm.
I mean,
Mm.
honestly, when people reject each other, nowadays I don't take it personally because I know who I am. I know why I did what I did. My conscience is clear, and if you say no to it or whatever, or you say no thanks to my no, then it's okay lah. Whatever. Yeah, I can
Yeah.
just let it be. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But people need to validate. I find that
Yes.
why they do that certain things and why is it that person doesn't like me. I have to find the real reason, and the real reason is because she's the problem. So like, yeah, yeah, I always told you that she has some hurt, deep hurt, so just let it
Yeah.
be, pray for her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's that validation, like, haha, see, I
Yeah.
told you, it's her. She
Yeah.
drops everybody, it's her. Yeah.
Actually, it's far more common than we realize, this sort of childish behavior when it comes to friendships, right? And it happens even when you're 90. Like my father is 90
Scary.
and he still talks to me like he'll, sometimes he's angry or fed up. Like he'll think back about like maybe the person has already passed away, right? And then he'll talk about that friend in such an angry way. And I said, he has passed away. He's gone. Why are you still talking about this, you know? Why are you speaking of the dead this way? He's gone, you know? There's no way you can revive that friendship. He can't apologize to you. You know, what do you want him to do, you know? And so it still happens even when you're 90.
It's this griping, right? It's this endless griping and not being able to just let go.
There is this book or this entire philosophy started by Mel Robbins.
Yes.
I think the title of the book is Let Them.
Yeah, just let them.
Right? So good, right?
Yes.
I mean, the philosophy, just let them.
Just let them. Yeah. They want to talk bad about you, just let them. And just set boundaries. Just know that, I mean, like you forgiveness does not mean you have to be pals. You know, I forgive you, but I shouldn't forget the hurt that was caused. And I don't have to hang out with you. But I don't wish you ill. I don't want to take revenge. And it doesn't affect me what you've done, but I remember the hurt. That's all.
Yeah, it's about emotional safety, right? I mean, why go back into the lion's den?
Yes.
If you know that this is the behavior of this person, right? And you just don't. You just draw a boundary and say, yeah, you know, I forgive you. I'm okay. I'm willing to let it go, but we cannot go back to what we used to be. You know, it's just not the same. And it's very similar with like relationships, right? Like
absolutely.
It's the same. There has to be a boundary. You know, I sometimes hear stories about people. Like this friend of mine, she's been divorced from her husband for a very long time already, and maybe that's why, you know, divorced for a very long time, and he is remarried, but she is like friends with him, right? And they're very good friends. The daughter is very grown up. I think she's in this friend of mine could be approaching, she's in her late 60s, I think, or mid 60s. So I think divorced more than 30 years. And now they're just friends, you know, friends. And so these sort of friendship that they have, I feel they know each other quite intimately, and yet they won't go there ever again. But whenever she needs help, he can help her. You know, that kind of a friendship, which I feel is very valuable. And especially if they're sorted out their shit, right? Then it's, you know, then that's okay. You know, there's value in friendship. But there's certain relationship, right? Like I would never be friends with my ex-husband, never. You know, I would never go back to that. It's just healthy.
It's like not breaking those so-called unhealthy lifestyle choices if you go back to how you were before. But it's really beautiful, like your friend, to start something totally different, and the friendship has taken a different form now. Really, friends.
And they have grandkids,
rely on each other.
know.
Oh wow, okay.
They have grandkids, and he has remarried, and has a young son. I think the son is as young as the grandkids.
Wow.
So it's like, whoa, all right. It's quite a and I had dinner with them once, you know, the whole family.
The whole
the
family,
grandkids.
oh wow, okay.
Yeah, and my friend and another friend and the ex-husband, and you know, it's just quite like, okay,
unusual.
this is like happy family.
Modern family, as they say.
So friendships do take, you know, there's so many different types of friendships.
Of course,
Have you had can you remember even like friendships where you totally cut off, where it became really bad and you felt like being friends with them, like a conscious cut off, like you tell each other, I'm not going to be friends with you anymore, sort of disconnect. Have you had that?